What up? What up? What up? It's Rec League Podcast, man. My name is Randy Little. This is episode number 57. If you're watching on YouTube, man, 1,000,001 apologies. I had quick time issues last episode, and episode 56 just didn't have no video. Like I don't know, it wouldn't save to my laptop, and all of that's fixed now. Obviously. On this episode, I got my guys back together, Nick Goodman, Eric Sigman, and we really just chop it up about recent news, man. Creed 3, the Fast 9 trailer, RIP to DMX. This episode is called Never Die Alone. And then the Twitter controversy like a week and a half ago about some blue check mark account said that horror movies can't be set in space, but they can. And like this is the time when I would like go into what recently come out on Blu-ray, but nothing really has recently come out on Blu-ray over the past 2 weeks. April is a slow month for new releases. Like How High came out, but I don't even know if that's MOD. Like my copy isn't in my collection yet. Upcoming, off top of my head, I don't think like Dave Chappelle Block Party comes out this upcoming Tuesday, but those are like the only two releases that I even had that I was even checking for on April, in April. And theatrically, it's kind of the same thing. Like Godzilla vs. Kong come out March 31st, and then like nothing. Like I think last episode, if you're on Anchor, you heard me say that like City of Lies come out to rent on VOD, whatever streaming. It's on Amazon, but Mortal Kombat comes out this Friday. And then like Stowaway comes out Thursday on Netflix, and then the 30th, because I don't know when my next podcast is gonna be, but I don't know. Let me see. I can't pull up a calendar on my damn watch. So I got this. I always had these impromptu interruptions. Yeah, the next episode is May 2nd. So I can say that on Friday the 30th, Without Remorse, starring Michael B. Jordan, it's not a Jack Ryan spinoff, but Without Remorse is still like a Tom Clancy spy badass movie. Like that's one of my favorite trailers all year. Like Michael B. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. Like my favorite part of the trailer, I don't even want to say it because it was that dope. And then the new Sony animation, The Mitchells versus the Machines, comes out on Netflix, which I hope we can get physical media for these. But it's like if you look at the movies that have went to streaming, like Run went to Hulu, we ain't got no Blu-ray for that. But I think like the stuff that was intended for theaters that ended up on streaming, I think still should get like hopefully it's like the Cloverfield Paradox. Like it was on Netflix for a year, then they got a physical release. So hopefully Without Remorse gets a physical release. Hopefully The Mitchells versus the Machines gets a physical release because I'm excited for both of those. I haven't reviewed a movie like I reviewed Godzilla vs. Kong on my personal YouTube. Check that out. And then I'll review Mortal Kombat on my personal YouTube. Hopefully y'all check that out. And then I'll review those two. And then Wrath of Man's coming. And then like May almost feels like some normalcy as far as theatrical releases. But I've been rambling enough, man. Let me bring my dogs in. It's Rec League Podcast. If you want to follow us in between episodes, man, at Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. And rock with us, man. Rec League, baby. Alright, once again, man, I apologize to YouTube because we didn't get on YouTube last episode. But if you on Anchor, I hope you enjoyed the last episode. Because I'm going to be like real monotone, sound real boring, talk really fast, and we're just going to knock this out. So I got my usual homies with me, man. E-Sig, Nick Goodman. Last time Nick had any input on the episode, that shit was like 4 hours long. I don't know, man. Like, all I really got for this episode is news. You know what I'm saying? Couple hip hop RIPs. RIP Black Rob, man. He passed. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, the day before. In Bad Boy's heyday, like Black Rob had some hits. Nick, Eric, take the floor, man. Flip for it. I don't care who goes first.
Black Rob. He was like my dad.
He was not.
I'll be honest. I didn't have like a deep rooted like nostalgic connection to Black Rob. I remember that song. Whoa. I remember that. I remember that song. But like I wasn't like it was like, oh yeah. So I don't want to like give like a eulogy.
He had dope features on the Bad Boy compilation albums.
But yeah, like I remember him being like around. And it sucks. It's sad.
Yeah.
Cause I saw that video of him like in the hospital after DMX passed. And it was like,
and that's what sucks more. Like DMX had to pass for his struggle to catch attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was like I didn't even know about that. But yeah, it sucks. Untimely too. Like these guys.
Yeah, he was young, 50
years old. Like they aren't even. You got rappers that are still like thriving into their things. So, R.I.P. It sucks.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Eric,
and I guess people would technically know him, and I hate this phrase or whatever, a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But no, he's known for the Whoa song, like Nick said. But he has some nice cuts, even on the Bad Boy album. This one song in particular, y'all go listen to. I don't know what it is. It's just an awesome song. It's called "Can I Live," and it's featuring the Locks on it. And yeah, anybody who know the Locks, you know they even on a bad day they're gonna turn in some nice lyrics. But
yeah, between Bad Boy and DMX, man, the Locks got to be hurting.
Yeah, that's true, man. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that I forget.
Oh, he froze up.
Can I Live is on it also. But yeah, and he's had some decent work afterwards, and he had some legal trouble and whatnot. But yeah, it's just sad. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's yeah, for a bunch of years actually too. He had 4 strokes, and
damn,
he was just in poor health for like the last half a decade, just not doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, R.I.P. definitely. Go back and check out that Bad Boy album. It should be easily accessible. And another thing, I don't know. I'm not getting into really a conspiracy theory, but it seemed to be a real bad track record with Puff Daddy. It ain't looking good.
Yeah.
You spoke of the Locks and Free the Locks and Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls. You look at the history of Bad Boy, it's not complimentary, you know. Or it's not this
tweet something out recently about like really gotta help each other or something like that, or like
some generic BS, I'm sure.
Yeah. And everybody was like, what? It's just like, what are you saying?
Yeah, it's just I understand it's a business, but boy, it's the stories that I'm sure y'all have heard. But anyway, yeah, R.I.P. Black Rob, definitely.
I'll never forgive Puffy for signing Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh God.
And then
Kelly.
We already touched on it, man. Like R.I.P. DMX, man. He had His Def Jam run was legendary. He was in some good, entertaining action movies. I titled this episode "Never Die Alone" because I never seen it, and I still don't think Disney putting that shit on Blu-ray. But like, DMX had some jams, man.
Yeah, definitely. It was he had his debut album. He had 2 albums that one year, didn't he?
Yeah. His first 2 albums both come out in '98. Both debuted at #1. Were both great. Both hip hop classics.
Both like classic, like instant classic.
Yeah. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Yeah. And now I know what's the song that basically introduced him to us, the Rough Rider anthem.
Yeah.
And now Swizz Beatz, Alicia Keys' husband,
Swizzy
produced that.
He did.
All these like white
the story
celebrities on
behind
Twitter,
that,
man. Did y'all see like Brian Greenberg, Ashton Kutcher, stop, drop, open up shop, R.I.P. DMX.
Stupid. But that the track on that song, the beat or whatever you want to call it, y'all heard DMX didn't initially like it, right?
Yeah, I've heard that on it's like some kind of documentary or something.
Yeah, and
everyone like liked it but him.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then he just
made that shit an anthem,
on it.
a literal anthem.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny, he referred to it as a certain thing, and he's like, I can't do DMX voice at all. But Swizz Beatz was telling a story. He's like, DMX called it. He's like, man, I can't rap on this white boy beat or whatever. I'm like, wow, that's just. But no, he being persistent is one of the. But yeah, it's an awesome song, and like you mentioned, Randy, his run in that late '90s and early 2000s in the movies.
Yeah. That kung fu hip hop.
Yeah,
good.
But it's like Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, and Cradle to the Grave. They was all the same director.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's like a little trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Of like shitty movies that are great.
Was Anthony Anderson in all 3 of those too?
He may have been.
Do what?
Anthony Anderson was in all 3 of those. Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah. Because he like made the little joke. I rewatched Cradle to the Grave last week for time in like years, and like he and Tom Arnold were just like making the jokes throughout the whole credits. They were just walking.
Yeah, that's the movie they should have made after that.
Yeah,
with them, that would have been funny. But yeah,
I forgot, like how goofy that movie was.
Yeah, I'm glad they had.
Whatever, I thought it was great.
That was the Tom Arnold and
wrong Tom, sir.
And he was like
tomfoolery.
Hey, what did you do before this? Like I told Avon, like you Avon. Oh, and
he's like, no, but my mom was.
Yeah. But yeah, that's untimely. They were both 50, right? Black Rob, DMX, or
DMX was exactly 50. I think
right.
Black Rob might have been like 51, 52.
Yeah, maybe.
But that sucks. It sucked because we had like that week where we were all kind of like, kind of in limbo, where it's like part of you kind of knew it was probably coming, but then the other part was like, maybe not. And you're just like sitting there for a week, like,
yeah. The initial DMX news broke.
The yo-yo crap.
Yeah. Like there was always that idiot, like whoever. I don't know if it was one person. Nobody knows. Like somebody's out there leaking like false DMX information. He's getting worse. He's on life support. He caught COVID, and then like his people got to break away from supporting and mourning and shit to come out and be like, no, he's this.
Yeah. Nothing's changed, which is still bad, but it's also good. But then it's like,
right.
Ugh.
And you know, everybody had nothing but good things to say about him. You know, obviously we know about his struggles, his demons, and all that, if you want to call him that. And Mark, from Cradle to the Grave, Mark Dacascos, he had a nice little thing to say about him. Jet Li came out.
Oh, my close personal homeboy that commented on my Double Dragon post, Mark Dacascos. That's right.
Yeah. And what's funny about that role, just a little slight segue, how he got that role, Mark Dacascos. Basically we got him that role. There was some type of vote like who would you like to see Jet Li fight next, and it was a list of people.
Oh, that's dope.
And yeah, Mark DeCascos, he led the thing. I forgot who else was on there, but that was one of
like just a list of like fighting guys, or was it
just a list of like movie martial artists.
So let's say like if Gary Busey was on that list, or like
I'm sure they had a write-in section.
There's no way he would have won.
Where you could write in and vote, but yeah, that was a pretty decent fight or whatever. But that's there's some decent movies if y'all haven't seen them. The listeners and the watchers, those trilogy of movies. And who was the director? It was Andrew, and he had a really hard last name.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that dude's name.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I can't pronounce his first name.
He's definitely European. Andrade is a J.
Andrzej Bart Kawiak.
Yeah, I mean, y'all look it up. You'll see. It's a quite a name. I'm surprised he didn't go like Andrew J or whatever.
Yeah, or like McG.
McG, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
I was gonna do one of my like letterboxd rankings of DMX movies. Then I thought is that like a good testament to like let's rank like which one of his movies sucked and which ones didn't. But also like he had none of them suck. I like his theatrical, but he really had like 4 or 5 like theatrical movies that I pretty much liked all of them. But like he had some after that I didn't see.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of those obvious paycheck movies, and you can't blame him for that.
I mean, that's fine. Makes the world go round. But like, Never Die Alone is like, I feel like that movie got like dismissed when it came out, because it's like kind of misogynistic and kind of like really racist and really just like gross. But like, it's a good movie. Like that's kind of the point.
Right, I was about to say.
Watch is what it is. Thing is, you're learning kind of his story, and like again, it had been a long time since I watched that movie, so I rewatched it last week, and like, it's a good movie. David Arquette, like who you would think, like why is he even on the bill? Like he's perfectly cast in that movie as that guy. He's so.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see this list.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch, like, I used to watch Romeo Must Die, like, a lot, like, when that came out. Like, I thought that was, like, the coolest movie. But it's been probably, like, 15 years since I've watched Romeo Must Die. Like,
everybody in the world had that movie on DVD. It came out, like, during the peak. When DVDs became affordable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. And Jurassic Park, like, everyone had Jurassic Park 3 on DVD.
Jurassic Park 3, that was one of my first DVDs.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park 3 in the first 2 rush hours.
I went to like there's that big ass mall in Washington D.C. I don't remember, but I remember as a kid I thought that was the Mall of America. I thought that's what it was.
Short pump.
But anyway, it's this big ass mall, and I was at the YMCA for a summer.
Did you see Wonder Woman say that little girl?
And me and my friend, like, everybody was going to all these stores and doing all this stuff. Me and my friend just walked through FYE for, like, a half hour. And he was, like, looking for a DVD for, like, the whole time. He was like, I just need one DVD for my room. And that's what he got. Jurassic Park 3. And I was like, this is tried and true. This is a good one. I have this.
Gotta complete the trilogy of Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park 3. Not 2, not 1. And if you don't get that, you gotta get Romeo Must Die. But, yeah, bringing it back around. Bummer.
Yeah.
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 Sucks.
Man, next I got... Y'all want to hit on the Fast 9 trailer or Mads Mikkelsen and Indiana Jones 5?
Let's talk about the Fast trailer.
Let's talk about the Fast trailer for the next hour.
Let's get it. Like, it's completely ridiculous, but it was incredibly fun.
Yeah, just like that's the gist of the series.
Yeah.
I'll say the same thing I said a year ago, more than a year ago, when the first trailer came out. everybody rolls their eyes. Everybody's like, Jesus Christ, like what is happening? They're flying and all this stuff. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's saying that. But like when that trailer came out, we talked about it the whole rest of the day in the group chat. Like we were talking about the trailer all day. Like we were like, wait, so Han is back, and how is this, and who is this, and as I said, people are gonna go see the movie. Like it just based on that. Like it's not just us that are excited about.
Did the initial trailer show Cena?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it did.
And it's got that same line that's clearly got more to it, but is cut for the trailer. She's like, Jacob is Dom's brother. Like it's completely two separate things. Like clearly she's gonna say something else.
Yeah, like the trailer completely cut it to sound more dramatic than it's gonna be in the movie.
Yeah. Jacob is Dom's brother. Like it's two completely like she's clearly saying something between those ones.
But I forget which one of you all mentioned it, but this is, I'm sure, I hope they better address this in the movie. It's like you said, he is Dom's brother, and Mia, I'm his brother too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
they just like.
I was trying to think in like what obscure Fast and Furious way did like one of their parents just like slutting 40 years ago, Eric, and. But then I was just thinking, like, no, because the DNA, like, if their parents are both of their parents, then he's got to be both of their sibling.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious will make it. I don't know.
I remember thinking, like, when the Fate of the Furious trailer came out, and the whole shit with him turning on the crew and making out with Charlize, the whole thing was like, what in the hell would she have him to make him turn on family? Like they all like took it real seriously. And I was like, on his family? And what they did in the movie was real simple and made sense. Like I was like, huh.
I was thinking about that shit too.
It's black now.
I was thinking like Fast 6 was when Dom was with Hemsworth's wife, right? Like The Rock's partner.
Yeah.
But then 8 8 is when they reveal that they had a baby.
Right.
And let's ignore that in the Fast 9 trailer, this baby's already like 4 years old.
Yeah.
They don't really establish a timeline either. So it's like they're exhausted from Fast 5. They're together in 6, which is 2 weeks later. And then they're even more tired in 7, which is a month after that. And then Fast 8 is the next day. As soon as Brian like takes that off ramp, oh shit, here comes Charlize Theron.
Fast 4 takes place after 6.
Right after, and then other ones before.
And
what?
Twixt in between 7.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Fast, the 5th and the 6th movies are prequels.
Yeah, that's like what they did. They did Fast 1, 2, and 3. Which just are a trilogy of like kind of shitty movies that we all like. The same thing with Cradle to the Grave, like that era movie. They were shitty. We liked. 4 was a prequel. 4 was before Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, right.
That's how you meet Han, and then like 5.
Yeah.
You know, Han and everybody's part of the crew, and then 6, when what's her name falls off the plane, he's like, "I'm gonna go to Tokyo."
Yeah, you're right.
And technically, the first part of 7 is a prequel too.
Yeah.
Then it turns into a sequel.
Yeah, because he goes and talks to the Sling Blade kid.
Yeah, who ages 10 years in 10 minutes. But
his name is Lucas Black.
Lucas
Black.
The Sling Blade kid.
I always call him. It doesn't matter what he's been in. But yeah, I had to explain that to somebody once, and they were like, it was like the dialogue. What? But I was like, no, it makes sense. I think it was when 7 came out. I was like, you know, they're gonna hit on this after the Jason Statham reveal. They're gonna touch on the fact that this is actually before this.
So you got to give them credit in the Fates and the Furious that they did mention Brian. And because Mia wasn't in the Fate either, right?
No.
But she's in this one, so elephant in the room. How are they gonna?
Yeah.
They're gonna be bending over backwards. Well, they have to have brought her in to discuss this. It's like your brother's acting stupid. She's like, my brother, it's your brother.
Yeah.
That has to be the only reason she's back. Like, it has to do with family.
Yeah.
But
Just with the whole
Brian's
series has to do with-
babysitting. I got family drama. Brian's taking care of the kids.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. 2.5 hour movie, so I'm sure they're gonna explain a lot.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. The cars are flying, they're magnetized. There was no bridge and he still crossed the empty space. But it's gonna make $1 billion. Everybody's going to watch it."
And in that moment, it's like I was thinking in my head of a meme with the magnets, like the Michael Bay movie, and then I was like, you think so? Hold my magnets.
Yeah, hold my mag.
Like, man.
Like, you'll read the comments section of these things, and people are like, Jesus, who even cares about these? Like, other than the diehard fans. I'm like, dude, the last movie had, like, the biggest opening of all time.
Yeah, that's great.
Prior
And not just that.
in-game.
Critically, the movies have, like, gotten better, which is,
Since 5, which is like a masterpiece, a modern-day action masterpiece. I don't care who you are. Since 5,
definitely.
they have stayed critically.
Yeah, they skated.
Yeah,
Right.
like 70%-ish on Rotten Tomatoes.
I swear, I love
I feel
5.
like Too
Man.
Fast, Too Furious.
5 is like an amazing
is the
heist
second one.
movie. The Rock is like semi-antagonistic. Like 5 is great.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can talk about Fast 5 all day and like how good. Because like 4 is not that good. 4
You
is
bite
kind
your
of, like,
fucking
responsible for reinventing
No.
it, but like 4
Right.
is that
Soft
great.
reboot.
Fast and
But I gotta
Fast
give,
and
4,
Furious is so unappreciated, especially by Nick.
It's not that good. But
It's good.
The best thing about Fast and Furious was the tagline.
Yeah, I love that tagline.
New model original parts.
That's one of my favorite taglines of
Yeah,
all
that's-
time.
That's a phenomenal tagline.
It
But I
is.
feel like that's where a lot of the creative energy went. With
Into the tagline.
they're like, what if we brought everybody back and I
Yeah.
have the best tagline of all time? They're like, all right, what's the story? Who gives a shit?
We're gonna put him on
Like,
a,
But it does
on an
have,
old
in
school
my
car.
opinion,
It's
one
gonna
of,
be the reflection.
was the
No, like I was talking about the poster. The poster was great
Yeah.
too.
it was. It had
I like Fast and Furious. It's not like I disliked the movie, but it's probably my lowest ranked Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
it gets forgotten about among all the movies, but I think it has because the series gets away from this immediately when Part 5 comes up.
Nah, but every movie has at least one street race.
Yeah, it seems, and even the race, and that's why I was getting at with the fourth one, Fast and Furious. I think it has one of the better races. The race
Yeah.
in the same, and
Brian wanted
when
that
he
shit.
had the race for.
It was like for the job for John Ortiz, wasn't it?
And what's his name? Brian T. Jackson just got effed up. Yeah,
Brandon
yeah.
T. Jackson.
And you saw that.
Drank booty sweat, baby.
But no, it's
It's funny, like Tokyo Drift came out, like by that time, like it was like Jesus, another one.
yeah.
Like I said, it just kind of fit into that era of like action movies we all just kind of watched. So
Right.
that it kind of got dismissed as like,
And also because nobody was in it. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Luke,
it was just
but
like we're going to Tokyo, but we have to follow the white guy.
The
like,
Sling Blade kid was in it.
like it was good. Like I like Tokyo Drift like about as much as I like 2. I
Tokyo
remember
Drift
thinking
is
that at the
fun.
time, thinking like it's kind of good, but like it felt like longer between Tokyo Drift and Fast and Furious. It was only
Right.
like 3 years,
Yeah.
but I remember thinking like, wow, they're bringing back Fast and the Furious. Like I remember thinking like, wow, they're rebooting this. Like, yeah, it's been forever. But like, it's funny that the director came in like he did Tokyo Drift, and like everybody was like, whatever, and he was like, all the next movies he did were to make that relevant. Like he was like, I'm
Yeah.
going to make Tokyo Drift the most important one
I
of the
swear.
series, whether you
Yeah.
like.
And now that Han's back,
and
it's
it's
even
crazy.
more
I guess
important.
the only movie, the only Fast movie that Vin Diesel wasn't in was the second one.
Yeah.
That's true. He was in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, and speaking of that, because we love to do what we do, how they got him in that role, he made off like
I'm gonna make
super
it do
awesome.
what it do, baby. Yeah, wasn't it like it was like do this cameo in our Fast and Furious movie, and we'll give you like what Riddick 3 or something.
Yeah, no, they gave him the rights to the character. He owns Riddick.
Why didn't he do something with Riddick? I like Riddick.
I was about to say that's why we haven't got a fourth one.
Is it the third or the fourth movie? But just as Riddick.
The third one come out in 2013, like 7 years after Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, that was actually an independent movie that was distributed by Universal, whatever.
Why did he do another Riddick? And like, weren't they gonna do another Triple X?
Yeah, I think he wants to.
The return of Xander Cage. Like, weren't they gonna do another one?
I guess he's just so caught up with the Fast movies.
I could see another one.
Yeah,
I see definitely either one, Riddick or
with him and Ice Cube. I'd go see that. 10 out of 10
for sure.
Any day of the week, I could see that. But what are they waiting for?
Yeah. Talk to Vin.
He's not getting younger. What are we doing?
I mean, he between Guardians of the Galaxy, between
give everybody money.
Between Marvel and Fast and Furious, does he have time?
Well, not busy with Marvel. He's got one line. He does all his Marvel lines in a day. Any Marvel movie he's in, he's doing that in like an afternoon. It's like this time you got to say "I am Groot" with like a slight inflection.
Yeah.
Groot. Yeah. This one you have to say it like it's a question.
Well, he does have to say it. I guess they want to get their money. He reads it in all like 80 languages.
Shit. Yeah, probably. Oh, that would probably suck.
Yeah, he has to do that. I'm like, we're not paying you $20 million.
It wouldn't be hard though. It's still not hard work.
Yeah, no, as you said in there, like you said, look at that page for the paycheck.
Yeah, I'm about to say. He getting that cash money.
What's my line again?
Yeah, he's never forgetting his line.
Right.
But something else I will say about the titles of the Fast and Furious movies are getting progressively worse and worse.
No, they've been horrible.
Like Fast 5 is a phenomenal title. And then they followed that up with Fast and Furious 6, when it should have been called Furious 6.
Yeah, it's
Fast 5, Furious 6. And then they could have figured out what to call 7. But that's clearly what should have happened. But it was called Fast and Furious 6.
And
not then Furious 7.
Not making the Fate of the Furious Fate F8 was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Well, like, I would have hated that too.
I do too. Fast and Furious 6. One of the movies I'm probably as a Mandela effect. I'm remembering that the title on screen was different from the marketing title, the official title.
Probably.
I'm remembering that some. I don't know if it's.
I feel like you're right. I feel like it might be 6, but it's been 4 years since I've watched one. So
yeah.
I feel like I'm like kind of blanking, but
I think it is the 6th one. Got to go back.
I feel like it's 6.
Didn't this trailer, like, at the end say Fast and Furious 9? No?
No.
It
said FF, and then the second F turned into a 9.
I think I saw Fast and Furious 9 in a trailer.
Oh, no. I don't really care. Like, you might be right. I'm not like, arguing. You might be right. But... like, what is F9? That's like a computer command.
Right. F9. I'm gonna go get my stub. I'm gonna go get my stub and say, "Can I get one for F9?"
F9.
F9.
F9. The Fast Saga.
For which one? Yeah. Can I get one for the Fast Saga?
What is that?
All 10 movies.
No, I mean it's only speculation,
including Hobbs and Shaw.
I mean, it's got to be a cameo surprise in there.
Yeah, that's what I told y'all. Like, this shit is ridiculous. But Helen Mirren has to be in this movie for a bigger reason.
Yeah.
What possible reason would she be in there?
She's
in the movie.
She's John Cena's mom.
So no, please don't complicate this shit.
Yeah. Check it out. This is beautifully Fast and Furious. Helen Mirren, the mom of Vanessa Shaw, Jason Statham, and Luke Evans, is also John Cena's mom, making Vin Diesel
Yeah.
and Mia, and it makes the family bigger.
Turning this thing into a soap opera.
Are the same age.
Yes.
There's like a 20-year
Yes.
gap between some of them. They're all the same age. But like, so Helen Mirren is Dom's mother. What? No,
No, please don't.
there has to be a reason she's.
He was in the car with
Han is
her.
in the movie. Helen Mirren is in the movie. Han is there, and you're telling me Jason Statham is not coming up in the movie like at all? Like,
Yeah, like,
there's something.
Statham and Vin Diesel never had beef. Vin Diesel and The Rock had beef,
Yeah.
and Tyrese and The Rock.
No, did they ever? No, nothing was mentioned.
I wonder how many times
Tyrese
Vin
had
Diesel got
beef
hit
with
in this movie.
Everybody. I feel like they squashed it for like the sake of promoting the movie. Is how I took.
Yeah.
It was like, well, Fast 8 is coming out. They've got to promote it.
Oh, no.
So now I'm sorry, Randy. It was it's F9 the Fast saga, like you said.
F9.
And the Fast is back. Yeah,
The Rock still thinks
Fast
Vin
and
Diesel is a
Furious
candy ass.
9. Yeah, and what did they? I mean,
So we get one or
Obviously-
two after this. Is 10 the
I've heard
last one?
that.
Because I read that there might be an 11.
I think it's 2 more.
yeah,
I've read somewhere like this is supposed to be a trilogy that ends it.
trilogy.
That feels unnecessary, but
The-
let's do it.
The Rock has to be in one of those.
And that's what I was gonna ask about. Like, they obviously set something up in Hobbs and Shaw with the mysterious person or whatever, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yuck.
yeah, the voice in the speaker, like
I hated that.
the person that was controlling Idris Elba.
Aren't we like, wasn't
Yeah,
like the
watch
big speculation that it's probably Charlize Theron?
Yeah, and somebody was speculating that it's probably Ryan Reynolds and his extended cameo.
Oh yeah, God, I'm gonna rewatch that before Fast 9.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely, yeah. It's but no, that was pretty decent. Ryan Reynolds was just a co-star out of the blue in Hobbs and Shaw.
Man, like,
Yeah,
we-
like Kevin Hart was in it.
we really
Oh,
went
God.
from we really went from street racing Point Break to Idris Elba has a mechanical spine.
Yeah,
I bought it a little more since it was Hobbs and Shaw. Like I was like, okay, this is a different movie. I was like, I can suspend my disbelief since it's like The Rock deals with this every day. It's his job, you know. But then like the Fast 9
Oh,
trailer,
man.
it's just that again. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we got Magnet
and as
Car.
goofy as that movie was,
Yes.
it's just
I don't give a shit.
like because we're so stupid, the audience, and Hobbs
Yeah.
and Shaw, like, oh my god, at the end, like, show don't tell, man. Like when they were fighting Idris Elba, like, hey, if we can beat him, shut up. You don't have to say that out loud.
It was-
We would
that
have
was like
still
the
got
movie
it.
version of every time somebody fights, it's like, took you long enough. I'm busy at the moment. And
Yeah.
then it's
Like,
I'm a
oh my
little
god,
busy.
they literally, we would have
I
still
have got
got it.
things-
Oi, oi.
They glanced at each other and gave a head nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
had it under control. It's like, really could have fooled me. That, it's that, the movie.
yeah.
Enjoy it. Or like, like Spider-Man 3, like at the end where Harry
And it's
shows up.
crazy. Who's Shaw's? I'm sorry. Apologize to the actor. Shaw's sister is like she's nominated for an Oscar this year, right?
Vanessa Shaw.
Vanessa Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I've been calling her Shaw for like a week. Oops.
Right.
Vanessa Kirby. You're right. Isn't
Yeah, she
Vanessa
is.
Shaw a real famous person?
Vanessa Shaw is the girl from Hocus Pocus.
Yes, she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oops.
And other things. She was in The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, she was in
And
Ray
other
Donovan.
things up there. Anyway.
yeah. What was the other thing we were trying to totally forget?
She was in 40 Days and 40 Nights.
Yeah, she was. Okay. That's it.
She
I
was.
like, I knew she was another.
Her
Oh,
character was a
don't
definite
bring-
see
I
you next
recently-
Tuesday.
Which one of you recently watched that movie? No, there you go. That movie is so that movie didn't age well.
Nah, it's a very bad, enjoyable movie.
Yeah, and for other reasons, there's one reason in particular at the end that a big discussion has to be had with what happens to him,
Oh, he gets raped.
and I didn't want to say it.
I mean, like,
And
fuck
it's
it.
paid off.
A
But
woman
anyway,
rapes a man in 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff like that from back. Like you look at everything Vince Vaughn goes through in Wedding Crashers. It's like, is this okay?
Yeah,
I
man.
guess the end of it makes it okay because he loves it so much. But,
But does it really?
but it's kind of like he's not enjoying this.
Oh man.
We need to talk about this.
Night
But
terrors.
anyway,
But yeah.
So
what
Vanessa Kirby.
Fucking
Right.
Christopher Walken just
Oh,
comes
shit.
in and like makes sure the rope's tight.
Oh man.
But yeah, see, I told you we'd talk about this trailer for like an hour.
But we'll see in
What
July.
are we talking about?
We're here for it, man.
The hell does it come out?
June.
June.
I assume it's gonna have a post-credit scene.
Yeah, what's
Man.
that?
I assume F9 is gonna have a post-credit scene.
Oh god, or mid-credit and
Yeah.
both.
2 more movies to plug.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's assuming we don't have any more Hobbs and Shaw movies.
Oh no, they're going
Right.
to. You know, The
Yeah,
Rock
yeah,
can milk a
they-
cash cow.
Yeah.
And you gotta think the movie's been in the can for over a year. Like, hey, I'm sure they have come up with or developed something that's coming up next, and probably shot additional
You know,
footage
the,
of.
the all-female spinoff is coming too.
I'm surprised they would have done that by now if they were gonna do it.
Oh, so that's the Fast and Furious Joker and Harley Quinn movie?
Yeah, it's. But yeah, we'll see. And
They could do that. I mean,
I'd watch it.
yeah,
Michelle Rodriguez and like everyone else. What's her name from Game of Thrones?
Bring back
I'd
Isaac
watch that.
Gonzalez. Yeah, Nathalie Emmanuel.
and I like that little touch that they're not just gonna like, oh, she's an awesome, excellent driver. Also,
Yeah,
No. That was funny.
I
Yeah.
genuinely thought that was funny. I laughed at that.
right? That was cool.
So,
So what's the next thing? I'm trying to think. You mentioned another.
Is
something.
Kurt Russell in F9?
Nah, Kurt's done.
Is Scott Eastwood in F9?
He keeps saying. I can't even say how.
it makes no sense why he wouldn't be. Like, why was he in part 8?
Because
Fate
Just
just rolls
be-
off the tongue so much better.
9. Fate.
Yo,
But,
did Christopher Hivivu from Game of Thrones that was in Fate, did he die? Cause like, what's her face? Charlize Theron had like henchmen and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like her ward. I
Something
feel like
like
he
that.
died. Yeah, he got like shot, didn't he? I need to rewatch. that.
Yeah, I haven't
Right.
seen Fate since the theater.
Well, you're gonna probably have to start
I've
tomorrow
watched
with
Fate
all of them.
one
No.
time since the theater. That was like 3 years ago. But
Damn, I saw that movie. I was living in Seattle. Jeez.
You were in Seattle when
Part 8
Fate
was
came
really
out?
good. Like everybody says like, oh, these are getting out of control, and it's like, yeah, but like they're still good. It's
Yeah.
like you said, like they're better than the old ones. If we're being honest, except like maybe the first one. Like everybody kind of liked the first one.
If you can get
But it was
behind
great.
fucking, dude, I don't know. If you can get behind the most ridiculous part of Furious 7, then you can get, if you can get behind the retconning of Jason Statham killing Han, then you can get behind The Rock using his hand to reroute a torpedo.
Yeah, like that. It's just funny. Like at this point, they know what they're doing. Like,
Yes.
it's not like they're, 5 through 8 are better than 1 through 4. This is a fact.
No,
This
yeah,
is fact.
it is.
This is
Can't
a fact.
argue.
One is the only one that's like you could like put and be like, everybody
Yeah.
liked 1. It was the original.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like
I
2,
think
3, and
1,
4?
yeah.
Shit.
2, yeah. Like I
Shit,
like,
But even then, they're still like Too Fast, Too Furious. I think I'm the only one that really likes that more than
I like
anybody
Too-
else.
I like 2, 3, and 4.
But like,
And also,
to
you
me,
bring
they just fit in that little bubble. Like I was saying, like those kind of
Yeah.
shitty action movies from the early 2000s that we just liked. Didn't
But
matter if they were good or bad. We just liked them.
we were talking about Rob Cohen, I think in the chat or whatever. But decent director. He's a very straightforward director.
Sure.
And Dragon and Bruce Lee story. Check that out. It's probably his best movie in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that movie.
But Too Fast, Too Furious. You see the difference in a stylistic approach when John Singleton he does some decent stuff with the way he directs that movie. But it's silly, goofy fun, and I'm glad he did it. And
yeah,
it's just
I like Too Fast. I remember that summer 2003. Like it was just one of those summers where like every movie was good to me. It didn't even matter if it was good. It was like you saw Finding Nemo. It's like, oh, that was great. I saw Fall. It was like, oh, that was great. Too Fast and Furious. Fuck yeah, that was great.
Fuck yeah.
It didn't matter if they were good. Like I was just like, what a great summer this is.
And you got to give that movie credit too, Too Fast, Too Furious, because they were touching on something that they would come back to. Of course, it wasn't planned. These movies worked for another reason we don't talk about that much, but it's there and we know it's there. The chemistry between Tyrese and Paul Walker is so effortlessly genuine. And that's what the series is for the most part. You bringing all these people together. It could have been really horrible, but you could tell they all really like each other and enjoying each other. And then they don't like each other. They're just not in the same shot, like Rock and Vin Diesel at the end of they were at the picnic. The Rock is back in the cut. If you watch it again, you'll see that they obviously are avoiding putting them in the same shot.
I used to make jokes, like shows, and it's still very much a relevant thing if you read the news. Like shows like The View and like The Talk.
Yeah.
I used to make jokes like, all the women, they always have a rotating roster of women on their shows, and they all hate each other. They always fight. And I used to make jokes. I was like, see, this would never happen with men. But like, all that Fast and Furious shit happened. I was like, okay.
I made a mistake.
Like, chock full of men thing at the moment. It's like, oh, the Fast and Furious. See, The Rock, Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, these guys, and they just hate each other. Like, turns out they're just like cats, like spring pheromones all around. Like, they just hate each other.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so
it would be a shame for The Rock to not be in another Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will, but like, it would be a real shame to like
even in a cameo, which would probably have to be with his schedule.
Yeah. It would be a real shame. He came in and like revitalized that scene.
What was the movie where the last fight was like a parking garage, like completely fell on Vin Diesel and Jason Statham? Was that 7? Yeah. The Rock was basically a cameo in 7.
Yeah, he's in the hospital most part, right?
Yep.
And he ripped off his cast or whatever.
Daddy's got to go to work.
I bought it. I didn't care.
But they played it well.
I am the cavalry. If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Pretty much.
I didn't give a shit. But yeah, 5, it was just like The Rock was different in 5. Everybody says like Rock is the same thing and everything he did. And I was like, yeah, it's fine.
No, yeah, he acted in 5.
Same in Fate of the Furious and Hobbs and Shaw. But like 5, he was playing like a character.
He was acting in 5.
Hobbs, like he looked like a fucking like a tank, and he had and he showed up like ready to fucking go in 5.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you said.
No,
he was also bigger. Like when he did like the Tooth Fairy and all that, like he wasn't small. But like in Get Smart, like you watch Get Smart, he's not like massive. Like he's just big.
That's the key word. He lost a lot of mass on purpose because he's doing those kids movies, and then that's a perfect example. And Get Smart. He's still going to be always big, but he wasn't as.
He was like
he's leaner.
But you watch it Faster and Fast 5 both came out in 11, and he was like a tank. Like he's. That's why
what's funny?
Like on that poster, it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, right there when the famous still shot of him facing off with Vin Diesel. Everybody was making. I wasn't on Twitter back then, but it snuck onto Instagram. Everybody was poking fun at like, why is The Rock sweating so bad? Like they're in what's the name? I'm like, yeah. Why is nobody else sweating like The Rock? They were in Brazil at that point, right?
Yeah, that's why he was sweating.
This is
but
Brazil.
Else was sweating, like he was just dripping.
With all the roids.
But no, he would it came out The Rock at that point, like you said, he was dialed in. Before every single take, Rock would do 50 push-ups. He would do that, or he would have his dumbbells, his like 30-pound dumbbells. He would before every take.
Yep, that's the energy that he gave off was every time.
And that scene too, when he was just going at everybody, like, man, you talk about Paul Walker or some former disgraced cop, and he was like, damn, I'm like, I hope he don't look at me and say what I did wrong. He was.
Yeah, that like the Vin Diesel Rock fight. Like I remember saying that, I was like, dude, Vin Diesel's didn't even stand a chance here. Like I was like, dude, The Rock is gonna murder Dom right here. Yeah. This is the end of Dom.
And he had his cool. I'm remembering. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen the movie in a while. When they went to go see old boy from the first movie,
Vince,
yeah, and then The Rock's crew showed up and was chasing him. And The Rock had a Kool-Aid Man moment when he bust out, like, ah, and he was behind me, and he looked back and they locked eyes. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I gotta go back and watch that. He was awesome in that movie.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like now he's just The Rock. Like he's coaching his daughter's like soccer game or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's cute, it's funny, it's fine because he's part of the team now or whatever. But nah, 5 is so good.
Yeah. 5 is a performance, man. 6 through Hobbs and Shaw is the same shit every movie.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I will hear no 5 blasphemy ever. Like people talk about Fast and Furious. I'm like, no, Fast 5 is like modern day Speed, like that level of good like action movie. I'm like, dude, it's just part of a series, so we don't like single it out very often. But it's like modern day action classic to me. Now F9 is gonna be
F9. I
the best one since 5.
I sound like I'm saying German curse words.
9.
That's a tall order. We'll see.
All right.
We will.
I'm going to break it off before we get into any more heated discussion.
I knew we would talk about that forever.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a lot to unload. Oh, man.
It works. Fuck it.
It's a fun series to talk about.
Yeah.
I got a question to ask y'all. Did y'all see every single movie in theaters?
No. I definitely didn't see Tokyo Drift in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only one like most people didn't see, right?
I definitely did not see that in the theater.
Yeah, I didn't see Fast and Furious. I saw every single one else. Just the 2 I didn't see.
I want to say that I have.
Fast.
All right. The other thing I had brought up with the trailer was the Indiana Jones 5 casting. Mads Mikkelsen is, I assume, the villain. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is probably going to be Indy's long-lost daughter, erasing Shia LaBeouf. And it's James Mangold, man, so I'm excited. Eric, what you think?
And did they have a writer yet? I didn't look into that.
I hope so.
Well, no, it was none specific. But no, I love the news so far. And yeah, it's is Lucas involved in it?
I don't know.
Because that's a good question. Obviously, he sold his company, but he was always involved with the making of the movie.
What trips me out is how the Indiana Jones movies aren't on Disney Plus. They're like, I think they're on Paramount.
They were.
Yeah, because that's weird.
Because like
they were on Netflix.
Like Disney owns Lucasfilm, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So aren't Indiana Jones Lucasfilm?
Yeah, but Paramount, the movie was distributed by.
Yeah.
Disney definitely owns Fox now, and like the New Mutants came out and was definitely under like the Disney Fox banner. But like New Mutants just dropped on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I missing? Am I missing something?
Good old Hollywood business.
Yeah,
it's
something. But I'm not gonna pretend I understand.
Like Disney has to like just
I really am excited that James Mangold.
Disney got to come out of pocket and like pay whatever they have to do to get the rights to Hulk Solo movies and the first 4 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
How hard could it be?
just money, which they have.
Money.
Yeah.
Like, just throw it. They got it. I
Yeah,
think it's kind of funny that we all just assume that Mads Mikkelsen is the villain.
he plays
like
a dope
him.
villain.
Ben Mendelsohn and what's his name? Mark Strong. Like anytime they're
Always
in a movie, we're
villains.
like, got their bad guy.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's
How
not
about
fair.
typecast? And that's
They don't
funny
always
because
do that.
what is it, Captain Marvel?
Yeah,
I like how they tried to play it because when you see what's his name again? I forget it. Ben Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn.
Because when you see him out of his makeup, like, oh, that's, you already knew what it was.
He's bad guy in like everything, but he's like good at not being a bad guy. Same with like Christoph Waltz. It's like he's good at being a not bad guy. It's like why would you assume like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the villain?
But I guess that's
Nicholson in Rogue One, like he was the dad. He was great in that movie.
I'm gonna hit y'all with the Wreck-It Ralph quote.
Hey, they were
again.
both in it. Ben Mendelsohn and good guy and bad guy.
Bad guy.
You guys keep saying bad guy. I'm gonna Wreck-It Ralph again.
But
it'd be cool if he is, and it'd be cool if he isn't. That's the thing
Yeah.
about how awesome he is.
I don't think he is. I think he's gonna be the new Salah or whoever, like one of his like
one of his buddies,
his friends.
But yeah, I'm just curious what the story is gonna be. When was the last one? 2008.
Yeah.
2008.
Man, that's
Has
how
it
is Harrison Ford like 82?
has it almost been as long in between Last Crusade and Crystal Skull as Crystal Skull and Indy 5?
Well, that was 89 to 2008.
Yeah.
That was almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is
So
closer
not
to
that
15.
long, but long enough.
Yeah.
Still belated. Yeah, but
I mean, shit. It's been 13 years.
yeah, long enough.
It's 14 years, so like kind of.
When they
Not
originally
exactly.
announced that shit, I think it was supposed to come out this year.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Harrison
was-
Ford kicking himself for taking that role.
Yeah.
He's God.
Fucking Danny Glover.
he doesn't have to do it.
yeah.
I'm
but
too old for this
Do this
shit.
I think he enjoys it genuinely. Yeah, and check this out. The first ever one is the same age as me. It's old.
Old as the day.
Super old.
Now, how old was Harrison Ford back then?
He was like 40.
Yeah.
He had to have been. Or like 30,
Yeah,
38, 39.
because he was mid-30s in Star Wars,
Yeah.
36 or
Yeah,
something.
he wasn't like Twilight years in
Because he's
Star
been,
Wars. He was older than everyone else.
yeah, because he was a late bloomer in the movies.
Yeah, man.
And Billy D. Williams would have had to have been like 40 something when he was in Empire
Yeah,
Strikes
because he's
Back.
80.
If you watching or listening, and you in your late 20s, early 30s, giving up on your dreams, look at Harrison Ford, man. Do not give up.
Hell, look at Samuel Jackson. He was when.
I would say
I'll have a
look
Samuel
at how
Jackson.
much Harrison Ford seems to be in all the time, and yes, give up on your dreams. Like it's
Dick.
gonna hurt when you're in your
Okay.
like 40s, 50s. Just
But yeah,
relax.
Harrison Ford was a carpenter before he got into the movies,
Yeah.
which was in his 30s.
Dick.
Yeah, he
But
was
yeah.
reading. He was reading lines because he was in American Graffiti, so he was friends with George Lucas. He was just there to read lines.
Yeah, line readers for the actual actor.
I said, "Why don't you like audition for Han Solo?" And he's probably like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, fuck,
Damn it, George.
okay." God
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, those Star Wars rehearse like those audition videos. Those are like a treasure trove.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like
Kurt Russell and
Kurt Russell, all these people. I mean, even like Indiana Jones. Like Tom Selleck was like the first choice for Indiana Jones.
yeah,
He could not do it. Well,
as a
he
sketch
wanted to
conflict.
do it.
Right.
Magnum.
People that were in charge of Magnum PI like redid his contract.
Sorry, dude.
For, like, so he wouldn't do it. Like that's just fact.
Hey, we got Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, though.
Oh god.
That's true.
That's funny.
So who's laughing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, those stupid
I'm
what's the
sorry.
names. But since you're talking about that, and we brought up but we haven't brought up Marvel movie yet, have we?
Oh no, here we go.
No. But it's just like one of those casting things, like contractual. I forget her name.
Emily
What was the
Blunt?
movie where Jack Black was a giant?
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels, duh. And so
Emily
you know
Blunt?
who the original Black Widow was supposed to be, right?
Emily Blunt.
And
Emily Blunt.
the reason she didn't get it, that is.
I kind of wish
Gulliver's
she would have got it now, because then everybody could shut the fuck up about her being Sue Storm.
Oh man,
She
I'm
was a
still.
good Black Widow too. Like there's sometimes you hear about casting, it's like, it's like a struggle. Like even John Krasinski, who like has proven himself as like a good dramatic and action actor.
Oh yeah.
Even still, I'm like trying to picture him as Captain America, and it's not 100% there. I'm like, he'd have probably been good, but would he have been great? Like she would have been good as Black Widow. She would have looked bad in the suit, and she would have kicked ass. And then she'd have done Mary, like maybe she wouldn't have done Mary Poppins. Like
Maybe Scarlett would have.
Crazy, but
maybe Scarlett Johansson would have been Mary
Yeah.
Poppins. Oh no, that would have been awful.
but I think I think Marvel Studios, well, knowing their track record, they might get a known actors for a Fantastic Four. But then again, they could throw the curveball just getting newcomers. But the track record says,
Man, after the Oscars in a couple weeks, we'll probably get some casting announcements for those upcoming movies.
That seemed to happen because what's her name flexed his muscle after his second Oscar. He went to Marvel Studios and got Blade.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mullet.
I love that story. I love that my Mahershala Ali was like, hey, Kevin Feige, I want to play Blade. Click.
Yeah. And why the hell not, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, watch. Carey Mulligan's about to win this shit and then get cast as Sue Storm.
Yeah, it's going to be Sue Storm. Watch.
Yeah.
But,
hey, I like it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
You know, the other day when I was watching,
What was that?
and like I kept thinking it, and I was like, they recast, what's his name? Terrence Howard. They recast him with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's great. He's great in the role. Tremendous actor. Love Don Cheadle. He's great. He's got great rapport with Robert Downey Jr. Looks nothing like Terrence Howard. Like absolutely, they could not look less alike. Why didn't they cast Michael Ealy?
So the story with that goes, and I want to ask y'all if y'all believe it.
Nope.
The thing is, they wanted Don Cheadle originally. They wanted Don Cheadle in the first place.
Probably.
No shit.
Like I said, like I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah.
But
and I think Michael Ealy would be too young compared to Robert Downey Jr. to be buddies like that, right? You know what I mean?
But like
compared to the age of Terrence and Don Cheadle,
years younger than Terrence Howard is in real life. Like Terrence Howard is probably like 50, 51, 52.
Yeah.
Michael Ealy is like in his late 40s.
And I'm sorry for this, fellas. Well, they need to bring Michael Ealy's character back to Fast and Furious. I'm going back.
Fast and Furious 10, which needs to be called Fast 10 Your Seatbelts.
Yeah.
We need to bring back Ja Rule, Michael Ealy,
Hector.
Ringside Brian, Hector.
Just everybody. Everybody get a paycheck. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's fair. How old is Michael Ealy?
Donald Moore, Calderon.
Face.
Yeah, I feel like we're I think he's like 47, 48, something
and
like
Terrence
that.
is 53?
Maybe. Like he's probably like early 50s.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
I
saying
don't know.
I'm not even saying they look alike, but I'm saying if you put them on paper and we're like, which one of these guys could be the same guy? I'd be like, well,
I guess they were just going for the better actor or the actor they say they originally wanted.
Yeah.
They picked somebody who looks nothing. And also, you know, Mark Ruffalo looks nothing like Edward.
I was about to say, like, they originally wanted Ruffalo, too.
Yeah. But, whatever. Continuity to say, I thought that, and then once I had that thought, I couldn't get out of my head.
That's funny. So Michael Ealy is 50. No, Michael Ealy is 47. Terrence Howard is 52.
It's a 5-year difference? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, you could get a whole.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. It's a. But
Once I
yeah,
got I was like,
Carey
hey.
Mulligan for Sue Storm.
Who's the favorite to win Best Actor?
Is there a favorite? It's probably Anthony Hopkins, right?
Oh no,
No.
he's already in Marvel.
Hold on.
Said they're like, how dare you?
No, it's gonna be Chadwick Boseman.
Nah, yeah,
Like 10 out of 10.
yeah, and that's great, but sucks at the same
Yeah.
time for obvious reasons.
In fairness,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has that conversation when somebody passes, and then it's
Yeah.
like, in fairness, he was getting hype for
Yeah, he was before though.
the Five Bloods had already come out, and he was
Right.
getting buzz for that, and they were like, and he's got another movie coming out that I've heard is great. It's like
Yeah.
what every report was like, he's got another awards buzz movie. So in fairness, he was already getting some buzz.
Yeah, he would have got still nominated. It's not a sympathy thing. It's a damn good performance. So
Had he not passed and that movie still come out in December, it still would have absolutely
Yeah.
ran. Because, but anyway,
but the question is, with the acting categories, who's the dark horse to win?
Anthony Hopkins,
Yeah.
probably.
And I'm talking the category, the hard category, like supporting actor. There's no front runner in that category, right? You got two
Daniel
people.
Kaluuya.
What's that?
Daniel Kaluuya has won everything.
Unfortunately, Latif's role in the same movie, I think, kind of weakens. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of weird because it's not a supporting
Yeah,
performance.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
they're
gonna throw
co-leads.
the voters.
Maybe.
That's probably a weekend Daniel, because Daniel Kaluuya, I think, deserves that Oscar, but I
Yeah.
think it's gonna split the votes
I hope not.
across all. Because I think Sacha Baron Cohen is the dark horse in that category. The not, I hate using the word upset because I like this role, but the
Borat
dark
can't be
horse.
Reed Richards.
Sacha Baron Cohen as Reed Richards.
What doesn't win it? I say it's Sacha Baron Cohen.
It's an interesting Oscar year, and it's like it's like in the Best Actress, it's like usually it's like we don't know the front runner, and then like now there's like 3 front runners.
Yeah.
Like we don't know who's gonna win Best Actress, like straight up. Like it might be Viola Davis, it might be Carey Mulligan, it might be Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand, yeah.
Probably
But this is
Vanessa Kirby.
Shaw.
But
But then again, probably,
it's like everybody that was nominated for Best Actress was like a lock to be nominated. Who's the other one? I'm missing a fifth one.
yeah, who is the fifth one?
I was talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, we start getting all the nominees.
Because the fifth one, Sue Storm.
I don't know. There's Fantastic Four, and there's 6 Infinity Stones. So fifth. I plead the fifth.
But yeah,
So,
anyway, that's that cast and stuff getting off. But
So
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Michael B. Jordan's directing Creed 3 and decided not to include Rocky. How do you guys feel?
Oh, actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Stallone
I twisted it.
himself.
I twisted it. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
Like Creed 3 is one of my most anticipated movies next year, whether Rocky's in it or not.
Yeah. I'm curious about director Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Yeah.
But you don't need Rocky
No.
in Creed 3. You needed Rocky in Creed 1. And the story they chose to tell with Creed 2, you needed Rocky in Creed 2.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't really think of anything that they need.
I think Michael B. Jordan, I hope Michael B. Jordan has this completely original idea ready to go, and he's just going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
There's
so many places he could go.
Yeah, like,
in that.
Don't rely on anything from the first 6 Rocky movies. Create your own antagonist. Yes. It could be a badass story.
Yeah, like Creed 2 was fun that they picked up where like Rocky 4 left off. And it's like we touched back on that. We don't need to do that again. There's really nothing.
Close that.
Nothing from Rocky 5 that I need to see revisited in Creed 3.
Yeah.
Nothing from Rocky Balboa. Like, I don't need Mason the Line Dixon to come back. Like, we don't need
He's Mason the Line.
Mason the Line.
What I think they might go with is the retirement angle. Like, he retires and somebody calls him out of retirement. But then again, that'd be kind of touching on
Balboa?
Rocky 3. But
was that 3?
I mean, when he was about to, he was gonna retire, and then Mr. T like, "Oh, retire, give my chance."
No, yeah.
Mr. T, but...
No, yeah. 3 was where he got the yips.
Yeah, but it's so many places. I'm curious for it. I'm hyped. I can't wait to see what he does with it and where they go. And
yeah, I already have like my 10 most anticipated movies wrote down for 2022. Creed 3 is on that bitch.
Guarantee my ass a seat. Because, I mean, it's still connected to Rocky, whether he's in it or not. Like, it's still Creed 3. So, I mean, you're making Rocky something, like, it's guaranteed my ass is in the seat. So, like, the opening day, like, whatever else comes out that day is, like, not as important as Creed 3. Even if it's in Game 2. I'm like, well, reason. We'll see. We'll see if
that's cool. It goes off that trilogy, the Creed trilogy.
And then, lastly, I had wrote down about the blue checkmark Twitter person who said Alien is not a horror movie. I had already wanted to talk about that, and then I'm not trying to like bring up anything we listened to last week about this same topic.
No, that's just some of these blue check marks need to be snatched away. Like I said, y'all, and people. I think Randy said it's trolling.
That's it.
And people know they'll get traction because they got that blue fucking check mark.
That's it.
And it's
any genre can.
But it wasn't even really a conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like any genre can mash up with any other genre. You can have a horror movie anywhere.
Froze a bit. There we go.
Shit, y'all froze a bit. Scared me. But it's like, is like Warm Bodies not like a romantic comedy horror?
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Like Alien is sci-fi horror.
Yeah. It's the subgenre horror. It's like I said elsewhere. I think it's the most versatile genre in movies because of the amount of subgenres you can put under it. Yeah, it's almost unlimited, you know. But yeah, yes, of course it is. And you know this individual was trolling by the next response. But you can't have a certain horror movie in this location. What? So you knew right then it was just
like when so many people. Not even just like
there's so many examples of horror movies that take place in space.
Yeah.
When so many
like
people,
movies, not even just like this is sci-fi, like genuinely horror.
But when so many people like reacted against her statement, it was like, you guys have no sense of humor. Man, shut the fuck up. You know what you was doing.
Yeah, you know what the hell it was, and that's that cop out BS. Like, no sense of humor.
I was just kidding. No, the fuck you weren't.
Yeah, you know what you did, what it was, and it's like another thing that picked up traction around it. It didn't get as much attention, but it got some because it was around the same time. Some goofball was like, Prince was a one-hit wonder.
Be cool.
Like, he only has, and this is funny. The person said specifically that Prince ain't even that good of an artist though. He only has one notable song, but he writes good for other artists.
What was the one notable song?
Nick. Right there, what you said, the fact that you said that negates what he said.
Yeah.
Like,
if you gotta ask what song.
Which one?
Right.
I'm not like.
If you gotta ask which song was a hit, he obviously has more than one hit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, at least 3 that like immediately popped in my head that were like.
Yeah. I'm like, that automatic, the question that comes from other people.
Yeah.
But that was just, I blame his parents. I think he was actually genuine and not trying to troll. He just.
Like crazy When Doves Cry and Purple Rain were on one album.
Yes. He has 4 hit singles off that album alone.
Yeah. That's his 3 that immediately were like,
yeah. But I brought that up to say, like, the difference between somebody genuinely just having a narrow viewpoint and education on certain media, and then one person just obviously trolling.
It's like saying action movies can't be funny.
What's that?
That's like saying action movies can't be funny.
Yeah, that's stupid, and this location-based stuff.
There's
that's
a gun in the
saying
movie.
A comedy
it's action.
can't be in prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using that example again, but anywho, yeah, that's what Twitter is, and yeah, we were talking off the mic about people getting quote unquote canceled and all this, and just over neutral statements and stuff like
Cancel
that. But yeah,
these
some
nuts.
people deserve the backlash.
You should be canceled for having such a dumb opinion.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's come to, though. It's not even anything that's offensive. And
I hate everything you stand for in life.
But yeah, and you know, I'm sure this person, hopefully they did regret it, because this person is a mainstream journalist, writer, and you throwing out just goofy, bored tweets like this to rile up something.
Like,
Revoke her credentials.
A movie writer?
No, she's not a movie writer per se. She is a journalist. I forget what her area is, but it ain't movies.
Not movies, yeah. God.
Yeah, but
it's like it's like I think of you could even make the argument. It's like you think of the Alien series. I don't think of it as a horror series.
No, it's not a series. No,
I think
because
of it,
the second movie totally was an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Alien, the first movie, is absolutely a horror.
Yeah.
It's got one of the jump scares of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crawling through the whatever. The like.
And also with that, I'm glad you brought that up, Nick. What led to that?
Freezing again.
It wasn't just
going back.
And that's the greatness of a great horror movie. It's the suspense that builds up to what the moment is, and that it's Cuddles just jumped out of the dryer.
Yeah.
You know, it's Tom. You think, oh, he's kind of the main guy in this movie. And you think, well, he's got to do this because no one else can. And yeah, he's gone because it's horrifying. It's scary.
Yeah, the first Alien is a masterpiece.
I mean,
Definitely.
It's textbook horror movie that Harry Dean Stanton walks in chasing the cat, and all of a sudden there's the. I mean, that's.
And speaking of him, there's a scene. It's not in the theatrical cut. It's in the director's cut or whatever extended cut, where Harry Dean Stanton is looking for the cat, right? And there's an awesome shot of like the chains and stuff hanging, and you see the alien is actually hanging there, right?
Yeah.
But man, why didn't they have that in there?
Horrific.
But anywho, yeah, it's one of y'all gotta get that blue check mark so we can start actual.
Yeah, sure.
Very bad takes on movies.
Sure. Yeah.
Now we want to flip it, get the good takes out there, and have genuine conversations about.
But I'm like, people were listing the same movie. Like she says, a horror movie can't be set in space, and everybody listed Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
Everybody and Event Horizon. But there's like the movie Life came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
horror movie literally on a spaceship. Like
right.
It
had her stupid tweet had Event Horizon trending.
Yeah. And everybody goes, "Oh, Jason X, that's silly." But, yeah, it's a slasher film.
Yeah.
Literally in space.
Yeah, for better or worse. Yeah, Jason X, Leprechaun 4, horror movies in space.
Yeah.
Leprechaun 4 in space. And, I mean, there's so many. I mean, you go back to, like, the 50s and shit like that, and those B movies. Like, there were some that were set in space. I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying they're scary.
Yeah. So the unknown, depending on what the unknown is scary. Aliens.
Like, have you ever played those games? Dead Space.
Oh yeah.
Games are
Ooh,
scary
oh,
as fuck, and you're on a spaceship. Like that's what it is. That movie Pandorum that no one remembers but totally came out. It's the same
I
thing
remember it.
as the movie, but they're
Is,
like some shit.
yeah, your boys in that movie. Is it Ben Foster? That movie?
Yeah, Ben Foster, greatest living. I seen that movie in like 12 years. I think they were on a spaceship or some shit, but it was definitely.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, it is.
That was a horror movie. It was weird.
Yeah, he said which
The
one?
Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
It was a horror movie. It sucked. I didn't like it, but it was a horror movie. It was weird. It was scary.
But that's why it's nuts. I try and limit my social medias and with Twitter because I'm still technically new to Twitter. I've been there under a year.
You've got the hang of it.
I've been there
y'all
10.
threw
I'm
me
still
on,
new.
Y'all want me to get on Letterboxd, and I think Letterboxd has crazier takes than Twitter.
Get on Letterboxd.
I hate there's sometimes I really hate Letterboxd. I really hate it for letting everyone have an opinion.
Yeah.
Same with Twitter. But like Letterboxd is just like it's like here, you're allowed to have an opinion, and it's like some people it's just like shouldn't be allowed.
I do.
Like,
I
feel like we should
loathe. I loathe those. I'm so quippy. Let's make a joke, and that's my review.
Yeah, like it's like you know what? No, not saying that you
Going back to that
nice review, but
I think we mentioned this in the chat. Yeah, I brought it to y'all. But speaking of that tweet and the mentality, I sent you a tweet. It's okay. Have your opinion, but don't make it so obvious that you're trying to troll and get clout. And I know.
yeah,
That bullshit.
Because you'll get on there and it'll be Indiana Jones, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 0.5 star, and the review will just be fridge. And I'll be like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, why,
Yeah.
Why are you allowing me? I don't know. It makes me feel like an asshole. I'm just like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
I hate you.
But it's the thing I hate you most going deeper with that is like we're doing now. It's we've disagreed with plenty of stuff, but we have cordial, respectful dialogue. And any of these people you try to converse with, if you have an opinion, I'm curious of why your opinion is 1.5 star fridge.
Why is Die Hard not a Christmas
I like
movie?
to talk to you.
I'm like, really?
Yeah. I want to talk with you. And then if you try to converse with these type of people, they're like, I don't have to tell you anything.
Yeah.
Don't put your opinion out there publicly.
You kind of do. I didn't really. Saying while it was trending because I didn't want it to be that like. Because I said you're always a thin line away.
Yeah.
Mansplaining. It's always.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about it. It's like you can't even.
And I don't.
Got the greatest.
I don't want to deal with it.
But yeah,
let me
and just like there was a comment.
Alien is a horror movie. And it's like, okay, mansplainer. It's like, damn it,
no.
did it again.
Right, yeah.
Sorry,
They got me, but they didn't get me, but they got me.
On movies. And it's like, oh shit, no, that's not what I meant. Sorry, see, this what happens when women have film opinions. It's like, no.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And there's individuals on Instagram who don't like the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, not because it's bad per se or has badly directed, poorly written, poorly acted. They just don't like it for the reason that is the show has political undertones.
Yeah, it's like they aren't.
It's a show about Captain America, and what do you think it's gonna be about?
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about what you're referring to and like unfollowed everywhere. I was like, this is so stupid.
There's one person, and then they compared it to something that has to do with it but doesn't have to do with it. Like talk about, oh, now Loki, that's a show I can get it with if I want to. Okay, and in saying that, they didn't say anything that they actually didn't like about Falcon and Winter Soldier specifically. They just don't like that what it's about.
Newsflash: the Steve Rogers, like the Captain America, that whole thing has always been.
Yes.
Like it's literally since isn't the Stars and Stripes kind of old fashioned? Like that has always been the thing. He's the man,
right.
and his struggle has always been him balancing that mentality versus what is happening in the real world. That's the whole struggle of the Winter Soldier movie.
Right.
Like look around. There's always been some kind of political undertones. They're just a little harder.
It comes with the character and anything to do with him.
They have to. That's the only way a Captain America works.
Yeah.
Today. That's 10 years ago. I was so like concerned. I was like, how is this even gonna work? Like in a.
And I'm not doing the mind any justice. Yeah, I think Age of Ultron. It was an awesome line. Captain America had. He was talking. I think Black Widow as he was getting in the elevator, and they were disagreeing on something. And he was like you're talking about having one person have the power over everybody trying to control them. Like, kind of sounds familiar.
Like, what? That's a government experiment on them to save their country.
Yeah, that one. You're like, yeah, but okay, that's fine if you're not interested, but don't. Throw that.
Shield is complicated. That's what they're talking about. Like, hello, it's not rocket science. Sorry, you don't. Sorry, like your little like. That's why I said like your opinion isn't allowed.
And it's like horrible, crazy, hilarious irony that people don't like Wyatt Russell because I hate doing this, but I got to. Not my Captain America.
That's the point.
The point.
That's the point.
Like, hello. At the end of that first episode, I was like, he was in the trailers for the show. Like, you saw the other dude as Captain America, like, on the football field. I was like, you think that's Sam out there? Like,
yeah, right.
You know something.
His arc has been amazing. He's acting his ass off. I only know him from 22 Jump Street and Everybody Wants Some. He's killing it in this 6-episode, whatever it is, season, whatever it is.
Like, newsflash for you.
Oh, yeah, Overlord, yeah.
But that's not the point of his character. The point of his character is literally that. Like, no, he's not Captain America. Like, this is the point. Like, Steve Rogers was Steve Rogers. That's the point. They worked on him because he was
Steve Rogers.
It doesn't just... Yeah. It doesn't just... You don't just put on the suit and become Captain America. That's why he gave it to Sam. Because Steve knows that's... Sam can fill that role.
Yeah.
And now you have to
different moments over this season has shown that Sam was the better choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bucky, he didn't...
And people... Yeah.
Bucky would be it's Captain America. Bucky would be terrible.
Yeah, but no, it's fantastic. And topics that they're not shying away from, like racial issues on top of the political stuff. And, like, yeah, you gotta... And, there's some goofballs out there complaining about that. Ooh,
it should have come up prior to this. It's not really the movies that heavily.
Yeah.
But movies, they gotta zip across. That's why these people shows. That's something that it had to be touched on, and they needed longer than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like if they were put in a movie about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it might not have done that well.
Exactly.
But they were like, a movie about Wanda and Vision might not have done that well. But that was like, this is a very necessary story that we have to tell after Endgame. So they probably should have done it prior to this. Like, they probably should have had that conversation while he was sitting on the bench. It's like, hey, I know you're 80,000 years old, but it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. But now we'll see what they have in store for the last episode. It's been a decent run.
Super good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alien. Almost as good as Alien. Bringing it back.
Yeah, but bringing it back.
Almost.
Putting a bow on it to wrap it up. Next episode, I'm thinking either video game movies, which could be an ugly discussion, or Marvel, because Falcon and Winter Soldier will be over. We could do a whole MCU 10-hour podcast, or we can react to Mortal Kombat and talk about where video games are. But That's it for this one. And I'm going to come back and wrap it up, man. It's Rec League. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, once upon a dream, there was Maxine. Just trying to dodge Corona. Maxine got the vaccine. Super fine. All around the hood, she was considered a black queen. Declining all advances, never impressed with how these dudes is acting. Unable to understand their rhymes, they forte was not rapping. Then the nose got runny, immune system slacking. Started craving raw meat, straight out the plastic packing. Attacking randoms on the street, teeth out, and she scratching. They might need more than Bactine to heal if they get bitten. It was written. But then there was never proof of a victim. More and more people walking slowly, moaning and skin missing. No doctor can diagnose their condition. Flyers of kin missing off the walls they're ripped in. The whole situation is more horrific than politicians can envision. Those still alive scrambling for safety. Hot wire cars to get in. Ammunition better be a crack shot with a gun. You're what's for lunch if you're not hitting. And chill until the next episode.